So welcome guys. To this week, like we normally do, we'll be looking at the market. We're looking at what the market is likely to do this week. That's why we always have it every Sunday before market open, so that I believe a serious trader needs to be at his desk on Sunday and just check what the market is going to do. It doesn't not necessarily mean you are placing a trade immediately when the market opens. Just familiarize yourself with the market to be in tune. Look at what has happened last week and also what's likely to happen. That's why we normally have this market analysis every Sunday. So moving on, my name is Adilola Shekoya. If you're new to the channel, you're welcome. If you have not subscribed to the channel, ensure you click the subscribe button. And so that anytime I put out a video, you'll be notified. So last week was very busy. If you're on our Telegram group, on our WhatsApp channel, community channel, I made mention of a lot that is going on last week. From the USPPI to CPI to the Britain BOE government, GDP also happened last week. We have a lot going on last week. It was a very busy week, and we saw that reflected in in the US dollar index. I always like to start with the US dollar index. Like I like to say, the dollar is the currency of the world, so it's very important that we look at what the dollar is doing. So having said that, I'm going to be we'll be looking at the dollar chart. We'll be looking at what the dollar did last week, and as as we had all those news released last week, we see a lot of what we had a lot of downside. The dollar came all the way down to test the support. If you're following me, you notice that we've had these drawings. These are our market analysis up. We've had it up for a while, and I've already said we are likely to test the support, this minor support within the zone. And we saw that happen last week. There was a lot of sell-off, and then we saw the dollar bounce off from this support. So for me, I'm still very bearish on the dollar. So I'll just be waiting for, as you can see, there's a bounce up. We had price test this support in February. This is, if you where I put my cursor right now, you see that this happened on the total. This candlestick is actually on the 2nd of February this year. So and ever since then, price has not come back there. So we have price tested again. So I feel we're just gonna have like a 50% retracement up to this point before we start seeing a massive sell-off. Basically, I'm hoping that we should see price break this support. Because we already have, like I always like to say, anytime we break a zone, anytime we have a zone is broken, we normally see price keep moving down to the next zone. So we broke this zone here. Give me a moment. Let me try and. So we had the zone broken around this area, to the downside, and we came all the way down, and then we bounced off from this support. We went back to this zone, and then we still came back to this minor support. So I'm expecting a breakdown of this zone, of this minor support. Sorry, pardon me. And it probably will come all the way to this zone. But then, like I always like to say, price doesn't just move all the way. In one direction. It goes up and down. So we normally have what we have here like this. Something like this. It comes back and then probably come back to this 50% retracement. I'm expecting price to come back there, and then probably we test this place again before we now do a final push. So I'll be looking forward to the price bouncing away to test this, like I said, and then we're coming back here. If nothing changes with the American economy, I strongly believe that we should see a further downside of the dollar. So having said that, let's see what is happening on in gold. For gold has been having a massive buy. Gold has been massively bullish because dollar has been very weak. And also, when the dollar is weak, every other asset, finds their way, to the upside. And we've seen gold demonstrated that perfectly. And then we've seen gold has broken this major resistance that we've testing for months. As you can see, we've tested it severally. 1, 2, I mean, for I'm actually, by the way, I'm actually on the daily chart. So we've done a lot of testing, on this major resistance before we finally had a breakout. Now we have a pullback. So for me, I'm expecting, I'll be looking forward to a proper. Let's go to the 4-hour chart so that we can see the likely support. Probably we should be having price come test this place again. I'll just be waiting for price to probably test this place, this zone. Okay, let me have that again. So I'll probably be waiting for price to contest this zone. Yes, around this area before I pull a buy. So because like I said, I'll be pulling a buy around this zone when I see price, come here to test the zone, and probably put my stop loss below this support area. All right, because like I said, the dollar is still very weak. So right now, the best thing is to wait for price to pull back and then buy, especially for gold. So for me, I'll just be waiting for price to do a pullback. I think I ride this price all the way. I took a buy around this area all the way. I think 2 weeks ago, I dropped. If you're in a Telegram group, remember that I dropped a buy signal. When price came all the way down, and then I ride the price. I think I came out around here. I came out around this support, around this resistance area. And then last week, I took another sale around this area, and then also I came out around this zone. So basically, I'll be waiting for price to come here. So like I always say, this game is a game of patience. You have to be very, very patient. So I'm expecting, because we already have a very bearish engulfing candle. So I strongly believe that this support will be broken, this minor support that we have here, and then we have a test of this support. And then I'll be waiting for a confirmation of price bouncing off from there. Now, when price comes here, I won't just take that buy immediately. I don't trade that way. What I always used to wait for a confirmation, a bullish candle, to confirm to me that we're about to go back to the upside. But like I also say, I'm also trading with the mindset that the dollar is weak, as dollar has been weak for some time. So basically, every institutional money is looking for a safe haven. Gold is a very good safe haven that people want to put their money, especially when you have inflation going around the world, especially in the United States. All right. So that's my sentiment about gold. So let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin also has been super bullish. So for me also, the same thing, I'll be looking for price to pull back to a very, very, very reasonable support, probably around there, if I'm going to be adding to my position. By the way, for me, for Bitcoin, I always hold Bitcoin for the long time. I'm not, I don't do buy and sell with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a very good asset. I'm still holding. I've been holding my Bitcoin for some time. So I'll be waiting for price to just so far for some time. What I've been doing with Bitcoin, I've been doing DCA, dollar cost averaging. I'll be making a video now to do that, with cryptos. So because I believe in the long run, as we are approaching Bitcoin alpha next year, I strongly believe that we should be having a very, very strong bullish season in the crypto space. So I'll be waiting for a proper pullback, probably up to this around this 27,000 area before I do another DC on Bitcoin. Like I explained with the dollar cost, with the DXY, the chart I showed earlier, DXY, the dollar index, that we already broken this major zone to the downside. If you look at this chart, if you pay attention to this chart, you also notice that Bitcoin has been very super bullish since last year, and then we've broken this major resistance. So therefore, I feel another support we're going to around that 32,000-33,000. So, but then how market behavior, we'll see pullback every now and then. So I'll be waiting for a proper pullback of Bitcoin before I, add to my positions of Bitcoin. So moving on, let's look at what EURUSD has been doing. EURUSD also has been super bullish, like I explained. So the signal I dropped 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? And for EURUSD in the Telegram group. By the way, if you've not joined our Telegram group, I'll be dropping the Telegram group link below in the description below. Ensure you join us. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. We normally drop every day, every now and then we drop signals, and our signal has been super effective. So basically, like I said, I'll be waiting also for EURUSD to pull back, because EURUSD has also been bullish. We've bottomed around this area, and then ever since moving up. So 2 weeks ago, I dropped a buy trades, for EURUSD, and we went all the way to this resistance where my minor resistance around this area. So I'll be waiting for probably a pullback before I take another buy. I'll be very careful selling EURUSD, except I see a very, very good confirmation on the dollar index. Okay, so I'll be looking for a proper pullback, on euro also, probably to this support, and wait for a confirmation candle, for a confirmation bullish candle before I shoot my buy. All right. So if you go back to the 4 hour, let's quickly do some just basic checking of what EURUSD is likely to do as the market opens. Like I said, I'll be putting my my support here, my minor support around this area. I'm putting my minor support around this area. Okay, because it looks like the major, so the most significant support. If you look at the way the price has been trending, and we have a bearish engulfing candle here. So I expect a further breakdown, of price to this point. As you can see, there's our trend line, coincide. Pardon me. Our trend line coincides with this minor support. So I'll be expecting price to come back here to this axis, and then waiting for a confirmation, a bullish candle to confirm that price is about to push up to the upside, because we are already in a buy zone. If you go back to the daily chart, you see that we are already in price has already bounced off this major resistance if you're coming from the downside up. All right, so I'll be looking for price to pull back to this minor support before I take it buy. All right, so pound USD as well, it's almost the same. As you can see, I've already identified this minor support. If I go to the 4 hour chart, it's the same thing. So I'll be looking forward to also a pullback, and probably I'll be taking a sell to rise, and using a very strong a stop loss, to ride that price, up to this, around this zone, before I take a buy, for to long price also. For the Aussie dollar, the Aussie has been very, very bearish, as you can see. I mean, this pair, I personally just left it alone last week, because it was very, very, it's been doing a lot of ping pong around this zone. If you look at this zone, let me get if you look at this zone, okay, so we'll be having a lot of price bouncing off, hitting the resistance around there and hitting the support around there. So I'll actually be waiting for it to breach this this trend line before I take a support. Yes, before I take a sell, probably to this point, to this area. All right. So so that's it about this week. So like, subscribe, and share. Also, if you, like I said, we have a free Telegram group. We also have a course out. That reminds me, I forgot to mention that our own Traders Above Forex Mastery course is out. I'll be dropping the link in the description below. And show you, if you click the link, it takes you to a page where you can watch a free video. I also have a free video where I did analysis of market. You can watch that free video. It doesn't cost you anything. And then you can also buy the course. Also, we also have a free Telegram group where there's a lot of knowledge sharing there for free. click on the link below, for the Telegram group, and I'll be dropping it. Thank you. So I'll be seeing you on the next video. Have a beautiful, beautiful trading week. Bye.